It took Indra, the mighty ruler of heaven, 100 years to discover who he truly was. 100 years to learn a truth so simple you can grasp it in the next 5 minutes. He had power, he had glory, but he didn't have himself. And maybe neither do we. Because no matter how much we achieve, there's a quiet voice that still asks, who am I really? What makes me worthy? Today, let's travel back to one of the most profound stories from the Chandogya Upanishad to understand why even a god struggled with self-worth and how you can awaken to the truth he spent a century searching for. The god who couldn't find himself. Long before meditation apps and morning affirmations, there was Indra, Lord of Thunder, conqueror of demons, the king of the heavens. And yet, amidst all that power, a strange emptiness haunted him. So he went to the sage Prajapati, asking, "Teach me the truth of the self." Prajapati agreed, but instead of giving him the truth, he gave him mirrors, illusions to outgrow. It would take Indra 100 years to realize the truth was never hidden, only buried beneath his identity. The reflection is not the self. Prajapati first said, "The self is the being you see in your reflection." Indra left satisfied. But as he looked into the water, he thought, what happens when this reflection fades? When will this body grow old or die? He returned, and Prajapati smiled. You are right. The self is not the body. The dreamer is not the self. Indra meditated again. The self must be the one who dreams, he said. But dreams vanish like morning mist. He returned again. Prajapati nodded. Not the dreamer either. The sleeper is not the self. Indra then believed, perhaps the self is the one who sleeps deeply, beyond pain, beyond thought. But Prajapati replied, even that is not the self. For in deep sleep, there is no awareness. The self is not absence, it is pure presence. The witness behind it all. By now, decades had passed. Indra had grown humble and still. And then it dawned on him. The self is the silent witness behind all experiences. The awareness that never changes, even as everything else does. That day, the god of storms found stillness. Indra's story isn't about gods, it's about us. You don't need a forest or a century of meditation to realize what Indra finally saw. You just need a moment of honesty. You are not your body. It's always changing. You are not your thoughts. They come and go. You are not your emotions. They rise and fade. You are the awareness behind all of it. The silent witness watching life unfold. That truth is the foundation of real self-worth. Because when you know you are awareness itself, you stop measuring your worth by your reflection, your status, or your achievements. You start to feel peace simply for being. The ego that blinds even the gods. Indra's real enemy wasn't ignorance, it was ego. He thought power meant wisdom, that being divine meant being complete. But the ego can't see beyond itself. It believes the crown is identity, the mask is meaning, the reflection is real. Sound familiar? We do the same, chasing beauty, success, validation, hoping it'll make us feel whole. But peace doesn't come from adding more. It comes from realizing you were never lacking. Wisdom isn't always about learning more. It's about unlearning what isn't true. Indra had to let go of his titles, his pride, his certainty, to finally see what was always within him. The self isn't something you find. It's what remains when everything falls away. Silence, stillness, surrender. Not escapes, but doorways. In a world obsessed with becoming, Indra's story is a gentle reminder of simply being. He didn't discover a new power, he just recognized the truth that was always there. So the next time you look in the mirror, pause. Look beyond the reflection, beyond the thoughts, beyond the roles you play. The one who's aware of all this, that's the real you. That's what Indra spent 100 years to find. If this story spoke to you, take a breath and remember, you are not becoming worthy. You are worthy because you are. If you'd like more timeless stories that help you awaken the divine within, subscribe to this channel and share this video with someone who's searching for their true self. Because the journey of Indra is the journey of all of us.